Hello and welcome to a brandy, or rather a Weinbrand flash. Yes, of course, as the name suggests, Weinbrand is distilled wine. But if we take a little detour now, you can make several things from grapes. Grape brandy, yeast brandy, pomace brandy and wine brandy. That means wine that is distilled also contains some yeast. That's why, basically that's what wine brandy is. A lean product, but basically it can also be a rich product with a lot of body, like for example an Armagnac or for instance a Brandy Jerez. But how is wine brandy actually defined and made here? The product must be stored for at least half a year in 1,000-liter barrels in order to be allowed to be called wine brandy. But I'm talking about EU regulations, not regulations worldwide. Of course, there are ways to flavor the product with chips or wood to steer it in a certain direction. But of course, so-called typegen, which are, if you will, flavor enhancers, may also be used. Typegen, or in other words, bonificators, are also allowed to be used in Cognac or Armagnac. It's also about creating a consistent style for a branded product, or rather, that this is repeatedly achieved through these additives, making it reproducible. But wine, first and foremost, lives from the wine itself, from the yeast and from the wood. And that's why the aromatic range, from berry aromas to ester aromas, from yeast aromas to sweet aromas, to croissant aromas, to herbal aromas, the whole spectrum is precisely what results from the interplay between wood and grape. That is the short definition of a brandy. There are also people who drink it with cola. There are many ways to get home